The RV Show USA.
It's the country's #1 radio show about the RV lifestyle with RVer, consumer advocate, and your wingman, Alan Warren.
That's me, Alan Warren, your RV wingman, working every single day to help make you a smarter RVer and a happy camper by telling you the truth, the whole truth about RVing and the RV lifestyle, and by connecting you with the absolute best RV dealers in the country. One of those great dealers is on the phone with us. He's actually at, as I call it, the head of the spear of the RV Education Initiative, Mr. Cannon Combs with RV Station. I appreciate you taking the time to be with us again, Cannon.
Always a pleasure.
Well, can you give our listeners some of the background on this nationwide initiative on RV education that's actually starting out with your stores here in Texas at RV Station? Why y'all decided to do it?
Well, I mean, there's so many people that come in that are uneducated on how to use them or how to maintain them and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like it's something that needs, the problem is today's consumer thinks it's not very complicated, and I don't want to use the word complicated. We talked about that, but I don't. The problem is they're getting so technical with today's technology. Mm-hmm. It's like we want to educate them on all the technical aspects and the do's and the don'ts and those things, and it's important to know what you're buying when you're spending your good money.
There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of stuff going on in these new RVs. I mean, things that we didn't even think would ever happen 10 years ago. They're commonplace now in RVs today. I
mean, yeah, I don't know. I want to move backwards for a minute because I got something on my mind. I gotta ask you.
All right.
I gotta ask you. So, do you think that the RV Nana has ever met a stranger?
No, she never.
I was listening to that earlier, and I was like, it didn't matter who was sitting next to her with that. She was going to help him, wasn't she?
Well, you know what? Whatever she takes, I want to take that because she is always so happy.
Dude, I was giggling. I was listening to that. I just don't think she's ever met a stranger. I mean, I love that girl, too. You talk about all your love for her, but, I've known her for quite a few years, and she is everything and more as advertised. She is awesome.
She absolutely is.
I really wanted to get that off my mind before we get into this and delve into our education classes. But I just love that girl.
Well,
awesome.
You were saying that this industry, I mean, I'm kind of summarizing, but this industry hasn't done as good of a job, I think, as maybe they can as a dealer like you in educating, taking the time to actually educate the consumer, because it does take time, doesn't it?
It takes a lot of time. It's crazy how far the industry's come over the last literally 5 years. And to look back even more, 10. But really the last 5 years, these RVs are literally like 5-star hotels now. I mean, they're like luxurious. But with that comes responsibility. And a lot, you got to know how to use them. It's not just show up, hook up your trailer, and haul off to Never Neverland, and then it's all happy. I mean, it's awesome. Camping's awesome. I've been doing it my whole life. I love it. I live for it. But you got to understand all the moving parts.
And that's what these monthly classes are all about.
Yes. So we'll like we said, we'll this first class coming up, we're going to focus on how to maintain your roof. A manufacturer gives a so many year warranty on the roof, but what they don't tell you in the fine print is that you got to get up there and you got to maintain it. Got to show you how to maintain it. Well, there's a lot of dealers that skip those steps, don't talk to their consumers about it. So we're gonna talk to them. We're gonna explain how to do it, but it's not just going to be that, Alan. It's going to be an open floor. I mean, we're literally, it's definitely education. We're going to have our focal points that we think are super important at RV Station for every customer, but we're going to have an open floor for anything you want to talk about.
And it doesn't matter if I bought an RV from somebody else, I'm still welcome at your dealership to learn about whatever the topic happens to be of the month.
No strings attached. whatsoever. We're not going to talk to you about selling you a trailer. We don't, if you come experience us and you like us and you want to come back and buy a trailer from us, that's fine. But that's not what this is for. And I've seen some people, they think that's what it is, but it's absolutely zero. We want to educate the customers on anything that they need to learn about. Like I said, we're going to have our focal points, but come in. No, we're absolutely not going to try to sell you anything. It's 100% education. I think, that the industry, a lot of people, I hear them say, well, the RV industry is 10, 15, 20 years behind the car industry. I try to think forward, and I think in 4 or 5 years from now, I think I'm not going to be the only dealer having these education classes.
Well,
I think there's going to be a lot of dealers.
I know that there are a handful. I'm talking less than 5 that I can think of in the whole country that do classes. Why has the industry, they spend their money. I'm not criticizing the industry. I love this industry, but they spend it in promoting RVing, promoting training technicians, but not educating the consumer. I don't know why more dealers don't do and haven't taken the initiative to what you and RV Station are doing to lead this charge. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's 2 things: time and money, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So a lot of dealers don't want to put the bigger investment in, and it's really not that much of investment. It's not. It is our people's time. After hours, we're closed at 7 o'clock at night. So 7 o'clock from 7 to 9, that's all. Our guys just volunteering.
It's personal time. They could be at home, but instead they're making friends at RV Station. Now, and this happens the second Wednesday of every month, right?
The second Wednesday of every month at every location, all 7 locations. Walk
me through the process if I'm an RV buyer, the sale of most new RVs, and tell me about the walkthrough and your opinion. I know you're not going to criticize anybody, but how important is that walkthrough, and what kind of time are dealers taking, do you think?
I mean, it's so important to, especially for first-time buyers. Your second, third, fourth-time RVers, they still need walkthrough because what I was just talking about a second ago with the technology. So if you have a 4 or 5 year coach, and believe it or not, most people trade in every 2.5 to 3.5 years, which is crazy. But if you have an RV, it's very important for our people to go over what's new and, all the maintaining, all the new technologies, all that kind of stuff, how everything works. But if you're a first-time buyer, then you absolutely, we have to go through the do's and don'ts from top to bottom on every single RV. We spend a ton of time. Sometimes if a customer is on a timetable and they really need to get out of there, then, it's still probably a minimum of 3 hours at RV Station. There's some customers that are adamant that they gotta, they got somewhere to be and they'll want to get out of there in 2 hours. We really push for a minimum of 3, but we spent all day with a lot of customers, a lot of new customers that come in, and they just, they have no clue. And even then I find them coming back like a week later or after their first trip. So,
they probably wish.
The problem is you forget, right? Go ahead. Well,
I was going to say they probably, they're so excited. Yeah, I know that. I know. I'll figure it out later. And then all of a sudden they're at a campground. Their wife has said something to them, or they look at each other and go, what do we do now? Maybe we should have listened to the people at RV Station.
That's exactly it. That's what I was trying to say. Is they forget. They come back. And they're like, hey, and that's kind of how we came up with all this, because a lot of people are coming to us and asking us, and we're like, well, RV education. It's going to take traction.
Cannon, we have hit on a lot of things already. What have we missed? Have we missed anything?
As far as education classes?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think one of the biggest things that I've left out so much is it's going to be fun.
You're right.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be fun. It's not, it's not like your typical school class. We're not going to, test you. Although I may. If I'm there, I'll test you. If you come to my location, I'm going to test you.
I got to tell you, fun. It will be fun. It's fun when you love what you do, and when you love RVs. And I know that all the people that work with you, your service managers, they happen to camp an RV, so it's not like, oh God, I got to go to work again. I mean, they're eating up with this thing called RV, and they love it.
No, we love it. Everybody from the top to the bottom. I don't think I have too many employees that don't camp. I mean, it's crazy. They love it, and they love to be around other campers. That's the big thing is you get to go out and meet all these cool people like astronomers.
There you go. That was so cool to be stargazing. All right, you know what? By the way, folks, we have a toll-free telephone number you can call if you would like to attend one of these classes. Again, it's on the second Wednesday of every single month, but you'd need to RSVP. You've got to call in and just call and let the folks at RV Station know. Let us know how many seats that you would like us to hold for you, and I promise you we'll get back with you and confirm your seats, and y'all will be set. That phone number is 1-855-296-7469. I'll say it again in a second. It is a 24-hour voicemail, so you can call, push the right extension, and then let us know how many seats and which location you would like to attend. 1-855-296-7469. I'll give that number out in a few more minutes. So, these classes are on a different topic every single month. What kinds of feedback are you getting from from other dealers, Cannon?
There's been a lot of interest. People calling me and saying, hey, how have you set this up? We haven't done any yet, so we haven't got any real feedback. So for me to be able to give the feedback to my other dealer friends, it's not there yet. But there's a lot of interest. There's dealers that are kind of peeking their heads up and kind of interested. So it's exciting.
Well, when Cannon Combs does stuff, whatever it is, I know people are going, what's Cannon doing? Because I know he's doing something good. And you know what's something I respect so much about you, and I'm not trying to, kiss up to you, but when it comes to RV Station, and as an owner, you are actively involved. You're not some non-resident guy that checks in and goes, how much money did we make? You're there, and you really do care about the reviews and the things that the experiences people have. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, our whole MO is service. I mean, that's the big thing. We're not like the biggest dealer out there. There's a lot of big dealers that sell way more than we do, and we're just not a volume dealer. But I feel like it allows us to focus on service. So it's not like I won't match a price. It's not like I don't have, I have the best brands in the country at all locations. We offer everything. But the big thing is with us is my partners, we're all going to stand behind it. I mean, period. I mean, if you have a problem with your RV, look, we care. There's a lot of people that, I don't care if you buy a $7,000 trailer, a $3,000 trailer, a $400,000 diesel pusher. If it's got massive problems and we're not able to fix it, the OE can't fix it, we're going to stand behind it and we're going to make it better. We'll step up and do what we have to do to make it right.
I love that. When somebody makes a review, I know that is so important to you. Talk to me about what it feels like when you get somebody is mad, and occasionally people do get mad from time to time. How do you look at that, and what do you do to resolve those issues, Cannon?
I mean, 99.9% of the time, I've lived and was raised in the retail industry as the customer is always right, and that's just what I think I'll take to my grave. So, is there an occasional person that comes and, is asking us to do something that's not, and we're talking about this because I just got a bad review, and I don't like bad reviews. So when I get a bad review, I literally reach out to the customer myself and get involved. And I want to make it better no matter what I can do. So they're very important to us. There's a lot of companies out there. There's a lot of dealers. Believe it or not, you can pay for these reviews. and none of our stuff at RV Station is paid for. I mean, you can get on certain dealers where you can see, hey, they average a 4.4 or 5-star. But once you start reading the reviews, you notice that there's a certain theme, and there are two lines. Well, you could actually go and pay these companies in, like, India to sit there and write reviews for you. So we have none of that. I have the bad, and I know this is something with you, too, because you get them, right?
Yep.
I mean, and you're so passionate like I am. We both like people, and we want our customers to be happy. So it hurts. It pierces the heart when you get those bad ones. It hurts. So, but we do whatever we can to make sure we can, change those bad ones into good ones.
It's funny. Last week, I guess you weren't on, and then we had Angela, this one of your customers, that she was on the show, and she was just raving about the service and blah, blah, blah. And what's funny is some people say on this show, they say, oh, Wingman, you're too negative. And then after Angela was on there, say, oh, it's too commercial. I'm like, can I not do anything right? I mean, come on.
The thing with Angela is it almost is like too good to be true. And I think that's what was said. Oh, this isn't real. But it's real. I mean, it's true. The girl bought a trailer and she didn't like it. So, and listen, she's awesome, but she didn't start out awesome. she was mad, and she had a right to be. She just, she wasn't comfortable, and she got up in that hype that you talk about. She got all excited and she bought the wrong one. And when I first talked to her, but she was so awesome and so real, and there was nothing fake about that story. I mean, we got her in the right RV now. She's happy as can be, and she's awesome. I really like her, by the way. But, we like all of our customers.
And it's that personal relationship. It's the relationship that you develop. And there are other good dealers out there that believe in the people and connecting with people. It's more than a price. It's I say it's more than just buying the right RV. You're buying the RV dealer that you buy it from. And if all you're looking at is price, we had that young man on the last couple of segments, and he had a horrible experience. I don't think that would happen at an RV station. I just don't see it happening.
No, it would not happen. So, I mean, am I to say that there wasn't something wrong with the trailer that we wouldn't have seen? I mean, that could have been possible, that it wasn't the dealer's fault. So I don't want to say that because I just don't know. But, we'd have done everything to prevent it, and then we'd have done everything to stand behind it, for sure.
Well, we're going to kind of wrap this thing up, but thank you for taking a stand and stepping forward and realizing that the consumer needs some love, man, and you guys are doing it. And these education classes, you're not going to put money in your pocket right now. You're not even trying to, and that's the good thing. You look at it as a marathon, don't you?
No, we do. And listen, we really appreciate you guys, because for smaller dealers like me to get my message out there that we are focused on the customer, we are focused on service. And look, these education classes, they're free. They don't cost anything. And sure, I mean, we want to sell you a trailer, but that's not what the education classes are for. We want to
take care of them. You take care of them now, and you'll be able to sell them a trailer in the future. That's it. Thank you for being with us. Thanks for leading the charge in RV education, and we will catch up with you again real soon. All right.
Thanks, Alan.
All right, good
deal. Have a great evening.
All right, bye-bye. Thanks much. That was Cannon Combs with RV Station. You can check out the classes at thervshowusa.com.
Hi, this is Goose from the RV Show USA, and these are today's winners to ensure you get your $50 gift card. Make sure you send an email to info@thervshowusa.com. And if you would like to enter to win a $50 gift card of your very own, head over to thervshowusa.com and sign up for our email list. And if you like this video and would like to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's right over there. And turn on the notifications so you will be notified whenever a new video comes out for the RV Show USA. And as always, thank you for watching.